Feminism. The advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. Right? The inclusion of all these women in modern art history textbooks shows the impact of feminism has had on the field. So I just want to define it first, because I don't know, I always hear different things about what feminism is, right? We as Muslims don't believe in red pillism, we don't believe in feminism, we don't believe in this ism and that ism and capitalism and communism and socialism. We have Islamism. Right? We have the Quran, we have the Sunnah of Al-Mustafa alayhi salatu salam. We have the best example for women in the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have the best example for men in the Prophet and the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum. That's our deen. Yeah? We don't need any external sources to tell us what a woman's rights are or a man's rights are. And I'm mentioning red pillism because I think it's just as evil, right? Because you have this pendulum that swings, right? So you get this pendulum that swings towards feminism, and then suddenly all these guys feel like they're not men, so they need Andrew Tate to tell them. I don't know, that's kind of, I don't understand that first, right? So then it swings the other way, and then you get this red pill kind of a movement, you know, which degrades women, which is also wrong. Right? In Islam, we don't believe in all this. Look, if you want to know what is a man's place in society, read the Quran. Look at the Prophet ﷺ. If you want to know what's a woman's place in society, read the Quran. Look at the example of the Prophet ﷺ and his wives and the Sahabiyat, and then you will know. That's our religion. Anybody that tries to introduce something outside of it, we reject it. Yeah? Islam gave women rights when the Western you have that concept. Rights of inheritance, rights of business ownership, we brought it there, right? But feminism today, unlike the definition that we find, is an idea that tries to take women to no longer be women. They want to make women into men, right? And that just doesn't make sense. I was at work and I was speaking to a PhD, and she's a female, not Muslim, atheist or agnostic or whatever thinks she is. And she knew I was Muslim, obviously. I have a beard, I make salah at work, you know. So to try to trigger me, you know, in a meeting, she said, a woman can do anything a man can just as well as a man can. Right? And I was like, well, I mean, what do you mean by that? Because I don't say the opposite. I don't think a man can do anything a woman can, and definitely not as good as a woman can. I cannot give birth to a baby. I'm just going to, you know, sorry guys. I hate to disappoint you guys, but we can, you know, you would never be able to nurture a child like a mother. I cannot breastfeed a child. I will admit to it. It's a fact, you know. Those are things that Allah blessed women with. Allah honored the woman by giving her the highest haqq that somebody has on the other, by giving her the status of a mother. Now, do I think that's unfair? No, because Allah gave it to her. That's it. Now, there are many things men can do that women cannot. You know, till today, I believe we don't have a female SEAL in the Navy SEALs, right? And I was speaking to a guy in the military. I said, why not? You know, they push all the women and all this. He's like, there's no way. And even in the Marine Recon and so on, when they put women, they shorten the course, they make it easier. I mean, again, it's not the same. If you want to talk about the WNBA, I'd love to see them play the actual NBA. You know? Let's see the game. You know, I want to see. You know, if you take Khabib and put him with the best UFC female fighter, let's see how that fight goes. It's just stupidity in trying to put a woman to be a man. Why? Allah honored her with haya. You know, in the Quran, when we talk about hijab, it is to show the honor of a woman. Right? Allah honored our sisters with niqab and abaya and hijab. This is the honor. I mean, I'll just be real, because you know we talk about, as I said, we're not gonna fake it here, right? When I was in high school, and all you guys that were in high school, and you know, men lie. In high school especially. They always talk about, oh no, you know, I just like you for you. But the reality is that when you see a woman walk into high school with, you know, very revealing clothes, all those guys are just looking at measurements, and that's all they're talking about, and that's all they're after, to be honest. They will tell you different, But the reality is different. But when you see a Muslim, a munaqqibah, muhajjibah in hijab, you have to respect her intelligence. You can't judge her on her appearance. You're not measuring her inches from here and there. You have to listen to her thoughts and respect her for that. That is what Allah honored women with. Even as men, we don't wear whatever we want. I'm not coming in here with some Speedos and a tank top on. Like, trust me, I don't want to see that, and I don't want you guys to see that, right? I mean,
it's also hypocritical because which
right, exactly. Because if I was wearing a tank top, it would be definitely hypocritical. So, because my muscles would be putting all you guys to shame. That's why, right? But I'm just saying, right, that I don't believe in that kind of hypocritical ideology, right? In Islam, the man has haya, and we dress modestly, and the woman has haya, and our aura is not the same. Everybody, why do women have to cover and you don't? Well, I mean, to be honest, I cover as well, but it's not the same. My covering, a woman covering, not the same. And as hypocritical as Western society is, when they say these things, it makes me laugh. Because if one of you guys walks out today with no shirt on, please don't, but if you do, nobody's going to arrest you. But if a woman walks around with absolutely no shirt on, no bra, nothing, she'll get arrested for public indecency. Why? Because even Western society understands that the aura of the man and the woman is not the same. Now, people may say, when I have to go to your country, why do I have to cover? Well, why do people who live naked in the Amazon have to cover in the US? That's your societal norms. Well, we don't define our own societal norms. We follow the societal laws of Allah. So whatever is the aura of the man that Allah and His Prophet defined, we believe in it. Whatever is the aura of the woman that Allah and His Prophet defined, we believe in it. So forget all this feminism stuff or red pillism stuff. Follow the Quran and the Sunnah.